Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just gonna say excuse how I look. This is how I look when I'm just around the house doing chores. So that's basically what I'm doing today. I am kind of setting up a new enclosure, as you could see by the title of the video. So I get asked pretty much every single day, multiple times a day, if my hermit crabs are still alive, and the answer is yes. I don't post about them that much because I rarely ever see them. Anybody who owns hermit crabs know that they don't really come out that much. And when you do see them, it's pretty hard to get them on camera. I do still have my hermit crabs and they are doing fine. I mean, I don't really see them much. They were out last night before bed and they seemed fine. But today I'm going to be upgrading their enclosure to the 40-gallon enclosure that I have sitting around. The 40-gallon enclosure I have is the one that Bowser was in when he was little, and I literally have it sitting in my hallway because I don't have any closet that is big enough to fit the enclosure. And I was thinking about getting a leopard gecko, and I still do want to get a leopard gecko in the future when I have a house, but for right now I want to make sure that all of my animals that I already have the max amount of space that they can possibly have before I think about even getting a new animal. I'm not planning on getting any more like reptiles or anything like that until I get a house next year, other than maybe a fish tank. I still don't even know if I'm really gonna do the fish thing yet. That's the only possibility really in this apartment, is maybe getting a fish tank. But I want to take what I have and make my animals have the max amount of space as possible. So my hermit crabs are currently in a 10-gallon with like a 5-gallon topper. If you watched my video of when I got them, you'll kind of see the weird setup that I have, and I honestly really hate it. I hate where it is at. It's in my bedroom. It takes up my whole mirror and I just really can't stand it. And it's really hard to put things together and refill their water bowls and their little pools and everything like that because of how it is set up. So this 40-gallon is going to make life so much easier. So I ordered a lot of stuff from Amazon, PetSmart, and Etsy. So I got all of the stuff from PetSmart already because they delivered it to my front door yesterday, but the things from Etsy I'm waiting to come in the mail. So this video is going to be filmed throughout the next couple of weeks, and at the end I should have something that is great. So let me show you my little haul from PetSmart. So the lighting may change a little bit because the lighting in this room is pretty bad, but you kind of get the idea. I have this bag right here, and then I also have my substrates sitting behind me. Like I said, I did order some more stuff from Amazon and Etsy, and I also have a lot of other stuff already in their enclosure, but this 40-gallon I'm going to need a lot more things to fill up. So I just got some random things that PetSmart had on their website. So I got this little habitat decor. It's like a little half coconut. I want to get one of those cool like coconut things that like hang from the top of the enclosure, and it has like a little bridge. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I want to get a couple of those as well, or maybe make one. And then I got this piece of wood. I looked up this specific wood and it said it was safe for hermit crabs, and it's from ZooMed. So I just got this because it looked really nice and it was actually not that expensive. It was on sale. I am going to boil both of these items before I put them in the enclosure, but that's actually the only two things I was able to get from PetSmart because the stuff at PetSmart is so expensive. It's just cheaper to go get them from like other websites and stuff. And then next I have my substrates back here. So I am well aware that I can just go to the closest like hardware store and get a bag of play sand, and I will be doing that next time, but I wanted to get started with this enclosure as soon as possible, and I personally can't lift a bag of play sand myself to get it up my 3 floors of my apartment. I need my boyfriend for that, and I'm not going to be seeing him for a couple more days. So I just went ahead and got this sand from PetSmart so somebody could bring it to my door for me. So there are some sands that you cannot use for hermit crabs, the ones that have like those weird additives like calcium sand and stuff like that, because hermit crabs can't actually dig through that substrate and they can get stuck from what I've read and understand. But I read pretty much everywhere that the best sand to use is either play sand that is baked in the oven or aquarium sand, because aquarium sand is pretty thin and it's easy to dig through the substrate. I just got a bag of this white aquarium sand. I was gonna get black, but I think white will just make it a little bit brighter. So yeah, I got a 25-pound bag of aquarium sand. This bag was like $5, so it wasn't super expensive. And then I got 2 huge bags of Eco Earth. I didn't actually know how big these bags would be, and that's why I got 2 of them, but they were only $10 each. I don't know if they're normally $10 because I have this little bag that I have to replace for my crested gecko enclosure, and I feel like this bag is $10 itself, so I don't know why the bigger bag was just as cheap. Not complaining though. I got this 23-liter bag. I got 2 of them, and hopefully that'll be enough to fill up the 40-gallon enclosure. They need at least like, I believe 6 to 9 inches of digging in their enclosure for them to be happy. So hopefully 2 bags of this Eco Earth will work. That's my little PetSmart haul, and I just want to give you guys kind of an idea of what kind of theme I'm going for. So I ended up naming my hermit crabs Koya and Tata. And if you don't know what that's from and you're not a K-pop fan, basically there are these little characters called BT21 characters, and they have little names, and there was only one person that recommended these names. So if you did this, you know who you are. I don't remember their username, but they recommended those names because I have one hermit crab that is red and I have one hermit crab who is blue. So the blue one is Koya and the red one is Tata, and I think that is just great because I'll be able to know the difference between them because of the different colors and the different names. So my theme for this enclosure is going to be BT21 or just Korea basically. So I went on Etsy and I got this really cute background for the enclosure. It's like this pastel like Korean city background, and then I also got a bunch of other cool things on Etsy as well, and I'll show you guys those when they come in, but they're all like pastel themed, and they're those colors to basically match my office because this is my animal room and my streaming room, and this room is pretty much like pink and purple. So I wanted to get something that'll kind of match the theme a little bit. Even though all of the decor will be like brown and stuff, I feel like that nice pop of pink and purple will look really cute. So this is where my enclosure is going to go. That cricket right there is going to be moved, and I'm going to be moving it back into my living room. I like using my cricket just not on a stand or anything like that, so I've just been keeping it there as storage for right now. But basically it's going on top of this little crafting rack thing that I have hidden. You can't see it very well, but it's all hidden under there and you can't see it because of the blanket. And can hold up to like 100 pounds or 100 or 200 pounds, so this enclosure will be fine to sit on top of this. And it actually rolls as well, which will be really nice for it. So the cricket and the GameCube is going to be going somewhere else, and it's gonna go here. As you can see, the enclosure is sitting in my hallway right here, so I'm not gonna film me putting the enclosure on top of the little stand, but here it is. Okay, hopefully the lighting is not bad, but I have about 8 inches of substrate now, almost 9 in some parts. I tried to even it out as much as possible. I used all of the bags of substrate, so I used all of the sand in both bags of Eco Earth. So for the saltwater and freshwater pools, I'm just using these meal prep containers. I bought a bunch of extra meal prep containers that I didn't really need, so I'm going to use these as their pools. These are way bigger than their other pools that they had. And I don't know if you can see, I've already stuck one of the heating mats over here, and I have another one coming in the mail that's gonna go right here. So this side is going to be the side that is heated up. And then I'm gonna try to buy something that will insulate this side so it keeps it a lot warmer. I don't really know what to buy that is safe to insulate, but I will do some research and try to figure it out. So now that the little pools are in there, I'm gonna go ahead and set up pools, and then I'm gonna do some decorating. Hopefully you guys are able to see okay. This is the only angle I'm really able to get this, but I'm gonna show you how to make the pools. First, you are going to need some type of like filter pump. I have this one left over from when I had my fish a couple years ago, and this works great. I don't really know what it's called, but it's just like a basic filter pump. And then you're going to need some airline tubing to hook to it. My airline tubing came with this little thing, so I can make like a little pathway of tubing. This doesn't really make much sense probably to you because my wording is horrible. Basically, I cut 2 pieces and I attached these little things right here. These are like air stones, I guess you would call them. They make little bubbles or whatever. It kind of just gives it the nice like bubble effect. And what you do is you just attach it all together. So you put the airline tubing in that side, you run it to this 3-way thing, and then you make 2 more tubes, hook the air stones to the bottom, and you put 1 into each pool like this, and then you're gonna drape that over the side and then plug it in, and then when you pour the water in, it'll start making bubbles, and you'll see it in a second. It'll make more sense. So now that I plugged it in, I'm going to pour in the water. Here's a better angle of what it looks like. It just makes little bubbles. It keeps the water a little bit cleaner. So this one's gonna be my salt water. I just need to put the salt inside of it. This is the salt that I use. It's Instant Ocean. I got it from Petco. It has the instructions on how much salt you need to add. So you just need a salt water and a freshwater pool, and I just add a little bit of salt to my little saltwater pool and they have salt water. So the water is pretty loud. It does get kind of annoying, but whatever. I'm just gonna start decorating now, and since it's so loud, I'm just gonna put some music over it. So enjoy decorating. Also guys, don't forget to dechlorinate the water. I use Prime. Okay, so I have it decorated now, and I really do like it. I do want to have like a second row up here of things that like maybe suction cup or go up here and make it like a little climbing ledge or something like that. But for right now, this is what I have. Top doesn't actually go on all the way, so we're gonna have to try to figure that out somehow. Okay, so here it is. I still have to get another heating mat and the background and all of those things that I bought from Etsy. I've got to get all of those, but it's still good enough right now where I can go ahead and put the hermit crabs inside of here. So let me guys give you just a little sneak peek of what it looks like right now. There is a little gap right here because this light that I had, this is an aquarium light I bought from Amazon a couple years ago. It is a little too big, so I can't actually close this top part, so I'm gonna need to put something like right here so the hermit crabs can't climb out, maybe some type of like foil or just something to block the area off. But I'm mainly gonna be taking this top off most of the time anyway and not the back part, so that's fine. I really liked the little star that I had on my other enclosure, so I just put that star back on there with the string. Down in here we have the little water pools. This one is more bubbly than this one. I may have to change the air stone because I have a couple extras. I have these little things so they can walk up onto there. Some extra shells, food, got some sphagnum moss. This thing right here was supposed to suction cup to the side, but it will not suction at all. It's making me so upset. So I just filled it with sphagnum moss, put some shells in it. Got some cholla wood, a little coconut thing, this wood for them to like climb up on. I want to get some more of these hanging plants as well so I can fill up this back part with some hanging plants. Got this little vine thing right here, some old aquarium plants. And yeah, pretty much the only thing I had to buy was those extra little decor in the substrate, but everything else I already had from past enclosures, so that's pretty cool. So let me go get the hermit crabs and we're gonna put them inside of here. Here are the crabs. They're very fragile, so I try not to pick them up very much, but Tata is still hiding, but there we have Boya right there. That's the bluish one. All right, so they're in this bowl. I'm gonna go ahead and pick them up and put them in here. So as you can see, this is the cage and that's little them right there. Look how tiny they are compared to how big this enclosure is. It's such an upgrade, it's crazy. Okay, so for right now, what I did is I put some plastic wrap and I just taped it, and that'll help keep humidity in as well. And then I just put my Switch cases and my 3DS case across that part right there, so it kind of looks like I did it on purpose with like just decor. And I also put this hobby light up here. But one thing that's really nice about this light is that I can also make it a nighttime light like this, and it makes everything in here glow. It would look a lot nicer at night, obviously, but yeah, the dark light I feel like would be really cool for them. I mean, look at the vibe that it gives, and it definitely matches the vibe of my office with this light on. But yeah, there you can see Tata is like just going crazy, walking around, exploring everything. Koya, on the other hand, has hidden behind that piece of wood and will not come out. Koya's always been one that doesn't really like to come out very often. So yeah, Tata's more of the explorative one. But yeah, I sprayed down the enclosure, and the humidity staying in from, you can see the condensation from the sides of the glass. And I'm also going to get a digital thermometer and hygrometer to put back there instead of that one. That is what I have done so far. Like I said, I have a couple of things coming from Etsy, so whenever that comes in, I will show me opening them and decorating, and we will be all done. But it's good enough right now for them to be in here, and the heat mat is keeping the warm side plenty warm enough, but I just wanted to add another heat mat just because this is a 40 gallon, so I just wanted to make sure it was a lot warmer. Hey guys, it's a couple days later, and I actually got all of my hermit crab stuff in the mail just a couple days later. So let's just go ahead and open all of the new stuff I got and finish the enclosure. So I actually already got the second heating mat, and I already put it on the enclosure. I did not film that, but you'll see it in a little bit. So first I have this, and all of the links for the stuff I'm showing you will be down below, just in case you guys are interested at all. So this first thing is from the Etsy shop. I don't even know how they say their name. So I don't know how to say the name of the Etsy shop, but here is their name right here. And what I bought from them was these things called the Curiosity Cube, and it was like really popular on Etsy. And it's basically these little handmade cubes that you put treats in, and the hermit crabs have to try to get the food out of the little holes. And it's really, really popular on Etsy. I feel like it's a nice little toy for the hermit crabs to try to play with. I got light pink and I got purple, so I just thought it would be fun. They were super cheap. They were $3 each, and they're handmade, so I just thought it would be cool to try something new. And they also included some apple popcorn for the hermit crabs, so that's actually pretty cool. I did not pay for this, and they just included it with the little cubes. So that is the first Etsy shop I bought from. Next we have this box right here. It says Bioactive FX on the tape, and that is also the name of the Etsy shop. So they have their own tape, which is pretty fancy. So since I've had my hermit crabs, I've just been giving them, you know, just like fresh fruits, veggies, oats, just random things that on the internet says I can give them that I just have at home. But I wanted to try like the food container things that people make on Etsy, because it looks really nice for them. So I found this whole kit, and it comes with 8 of these cylinders of different types of food that they can try. It's a pour and go food tube, so it has different things in it. So this one has alfalfa, fish mix in this one, crushed cottonseed, and it also tells you how much to feed them on each tube as well, which is really cool. This one is flaxseed, which I actually already have myself. This is crab exoskeleton, Icelandic kelp, cattle bone, chicken feather, and ground soybeans. So these are just a bunch of different things for the hermit crabs to try to have different nutrition, which is really cool. I wanted to try something like that. And I also got these little food containers that they sold on their Etsy shop. I got them because they were different colors, and they kind of match the theme that I am trying to do. And you can put the different foods inside each little circle like this, and then you could put like the big food in the middle. And I just thought it was a really idea, so I got 2 of them just in case I need to wash one. The other one will be available. So that is from the Etsy shop, Bioactive FX1, and I spent $30 on all of that. And lastly, we have the background for the enclosure. I'm super excited. I mean, this person, their Etsy's name is Bannerman Can. He made my last banner for my 40 gallon, and I loved it. He literally made it in a day, and I got it in less than a week. So super great customer service. Ooh. You guys ready for this? It's probably gonna be a little blurry because the picture had to be like stretched out, but it's fine. Here is what it looks like. It is so freaking pretty. It's going to literally bring my office together perfectly. And for some reason, there's 2 of them. I don't know why he included 2 of them since I only paid for 1. That's really nice, actually. Yeah, I only paid for 1 and he sent 2. Maybe he accidentally made 2 of them or something. Yeah, let me just go ahead and go into the animal room, and we're going to put all of this new stuff inside of the enclosure, and the hermit crab enclosure will officially be as done as possible. There's still like a couple little things that I want to get, of course, like little decor and stuff like that, but the upgrade will be done. So let's go ahead and go to the pet room. think it's pretty hard to see the background with the lighting the way that it is. I don't know if I should I don't know if you could see it very well, but it looks so freaking cute. I may cut that and put it on the sides as well because it kind of looks, you know, bare right there. Excuse how absolutely loud the water is, but I put the little curiosity cubes in here. I put the popcorn in there, and then I also put the food in here in this little food bowl. I just put every single one that I bought in here so they can just have a variety at the beginning, and I'll put some fruits and veggies right here as well and see if they come out to eat it. Koya has went behind this and dug himself underneath, and he has not come out yet, but Tata has been over here for the past couple days. He'll come out every once in a while, but he's just been there. So they haven't really explored their new enclosure very much yet, and I think they're just trying to get used to everything, so I'm not gonna force them or anything like that. But yeah, now the last thing to do is just to put my stickers on the bottom of the enclosure, and I mean, we're pretty much done, so let's go ahead and do that. So I just sprayed down the enclosure, so it's kind of hard to see. I wasn't really thinking, but I went ahead and put the stickers on the bottom, and I put the other extra background I had on this side. I obviously can't put it on that side because that is where the heat mats are. If you guys have any idea what I can put right here to insulate the heat and make it go inwards, then please let me know, because it is getting warm over there, but it's mainly keeping the heat outwards, and I want it to go that way. I saw a couple pictures where people used what is used in car window shields during the summer, help keep the sun out. I saw some pictures of that material, but I don't know what that material is called, so if you guys could let me know down below. I'm gonna buy that to make the heat go more inside of the enclosure. So we have the stickers down here. So we have Koya, Tata, and over here I did another Koya and Tata, and over here I did a BT21 sticker. So here's what it looks like on the outside. Eventually, like I said, I want to get those coconut hides that kind of hang from the top. For right now, here is what it looks like in here, and we've got the nice pretty pink background. I feel like it just really brings everything together with the pink in the background, and it's really hard for you guys to be able to see. Let me try to turn that light off maybe, so you can see it. I mean, the lighting in this room is just not very good at all, but yeah, you can kind of get an idea of how the pink of this enclosure just really brings everything together, and it's just so pretty. Here is what it looks like with the little nighttime light. I don't really turn it on. My hermit crab enclosure. I'm sorry I couldn't get more footage of the hermit crabs. Like I said, they do their most exploring at night, and they honestly don't do very much anyway, so that's all you're probably gonna get right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations for this cage, then definitely let me know down below. Make sure to check out all of my other channels down below, and also all of my social medias down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!